What up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have new monsters, developer preview 3 11th anniversary update. Okay, the silence is gone. Come to us is finally ready to talk. The new monsters, we expected this to be coming really soon, and here's the skill preview and I guess the look preview of Beetle Guardian. Now I would have done this video a little bit earlier, but I was busy today, and yeah, now I'm here, and yeah, let's check it out. Let's check the new monster first, okay? Beetle Guardian. I do have to admit, it looks pretty fucking cool. Okay, it does look pretty fucking cool. It's a 5-star monster that shields allies and overwhelms enemies. We'll see about that, okay? We will see about that. And they showed one, the Wind Beetle. Bro, this reminds me of... What's it called? There's a Kha'Zix skin and league that I have. It's something Tempest something, I think. I forgot. I bought that skin like fucking 10 years ago or some shit, maybe less. It literally reminds me of that. But yeah, attacks the enemy to remove one beneficial effect with 50% chance this attack will deal damage. Ooh, defense-based damage. Okay. This probably goes to 70, 75, maybe stays 50. I'm not sure, but it's pretty. It's a pretty good skill one. Pretty decent. It has specific scaling, which is good. Majestic Tide recovers HP. Recovers your HP by 20% and attacks all enemies to deal damage proportionate to your defense. Okay, another defense-based. Heals yourself and provokes for 1 turn with a 50% chance. Depends on the cooldown, depends on the additional activation, but this doesn't look too good, but it's not terrible. You know, it's not terrible, but 100% would have been a pretty solid, pretty okay. But 50 probably goes to 70, 75 max. If it doesn't go up, that's kind of weird, but 75, would that be good enough? I'm not sure. But it only heals yourself. So 1 turn provoke. Not a great skill. Very easily counterable. Let's check the 3rd skill. Eternal Carapace. Increase the attack power of all allies for 2 turns. And defends the allies, excluding yourself. Receives half of the damage inflicted on the defended target. Wait, what? Receives half of the damage inflicted on the defended target while making the damage 0 for the defended target. Oh, I thought this was like, oh, this is like a new thing. I guess this is not endure. It's like a new form of defending the allies. Makes the damage 0 for a defended target and it counterattacks the enemy target. So does he counterattack? I guess he does. I guess he attacks. Make a damage 0 and defended target and counterattacks the... So I'm not sure, does like the unit counter or does he counter? I guess he would counter, probably. Okay, I mean, interesting. It depends on the base speed, to be honest, how usable this is gonna be. But it doesn't sound too bad. It's an interesting concept. It's like your allies just don't take any damage, right? That's it. When he puts this, no damage is coming. So interesting. It does seem like more of another turn 1 counter kind of unit, because you're not going to use this in a turn 1 team, obviously, because Comptos doesn't want turn 1 to exist. So yeah. It's another bruiser turn to unit. But it sounds decent. Sounds decent. I kind of want to see how this is gonna work. It also adds attack power to everyone, which is kind of cool. We'll have to see. It does depend on the base speed, I think, a lot. And maybe some leader skills, potentially. Who knows? But yeah, not bad. Not too bad. New monsters we expected. And yeah, that's the thing. Okay, now this is what we want to see. Okay, you can see some grinds over here. You can see some elements here or something. I don't know. I don't know what this is about, but let's see. Rift Trade, Fire, Water, Wind attribute bosses. Grindstone and Gem usability improvement. We're back with blah 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 blah. Okay. New Fire, Water, Wind attribute bosses in Rift Raid. Rift Raid bosses of Fire, Wind, Water attribute. Dropping specific types of grindstones will be added to grindstone farm to make grindstone farming more efficient. We're reviewing the boss skill sets to create a meaningful challenge about making team building or boss raids. For boss raids orally burdensome. Existing remains a neutral attribute to raid boss drops all grindstones. Oh, this is just gonna stay then. The normal one's gonna stay. Those no skills. Other than the changes of rageful roar skills seen below, the rest of the skills. I'm not gonna read the skills. I mean, I don't think that's too important. I just wanna actually see what matters. Okay, grindstone drop info. Fire drops intangible, endure, violent, despair, vampire fight, determination, enhanced tolerance. Basically, you're just farming for 2 vampire, I guess, if you need. The rest is kind of like you're probably not going to be farming for them. Intangible is going to drop everywhere, as you can see here. 1 more here than the other ones, which is going to make violent farming a bit harder. Water, energy, blades with focus, guard, will. So yeah, I mean, these 2 are going to be the mostly farmed ones. Swift will and Vio despair. Despair kinda fell off a bit, so it's mostly going to be Vio farming, but despair is still good. And then wind, fatal rage, nemesis shield, revenge, destroy, seal. Okay, so basically what they're doing is they're making R5 into how elemental raids are, but they're not splitting it into 5, they're splitting it into 3. Now, that's a little bit, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a good change, right? It's a good change. We did talk about R5 in the meetings that we had recently, and I think something like this was mentioned. Now, we did mention a little bit different, well, at least in the meeting that I was in, we did mention a little bit of a different approach, and Comtos kind of put their own twist into it. But basically, if you got a farm for Vio, and you don't have to see 14 more sets, that's a big improvement for the percentage of Vio drops, right? Like, it's a massive improvement. Now, it would have been cooler if you could literally choose which sets you want to farm, but Comtuos wants you to get shit sets, so there's a reason to farm more, you know, which is like, I get it, you know, I get it. If you would only get the good shit, I mean, it wouldn't be a gacha game, right? Technically, but it's improved. It's heavily improved. It's a good change, right? Is it a change that's gonna change everything? I don't know yet. I'm not sure. We need to test, we need to see how it feels to farm. I feel like the feeling of farming will still be not amazing, but it will be better, probably. Yeah, I mean, I can see this only as an improvement. So yeah, it's a good change. I'm glad they listened to an extent. And yeah, good. Grindstone and gem usability improvement. We plan to improve usability of grindstones and gems by retaining amplified values of a grinded subproperty even when a gem is used on subproperty. Let's say rune has... Oh, we have an example here. Okay. 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 Yeah, I mean, I see that. Yeah. Basically, you put a gem, you slap a grind, and then when you put a gem, the grind stays. That's it. Your grindstone is not gonna be destroyed. Your gem is still gonna be there. You know, your grind is still gonna be there, even after you regem. So you can't get... I mean, can you get the lower amount though and still keep the grind? I guess you could still get the lower value, unless they're saying something about it here. The gem is saying properly resets the amplified value, forcing you to rely on gems. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Using a gem with different subproperty will still remove the amplified subproperty, so you can still get the lower gem. If you have a 10 gem and you use a legend gem, right? And you get a 9 from the legend gem, you can still have the 9. Which, I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit weird, but it's still an improvement. Could be better, but it's an improvement. Early April, early April, the game will blah 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 blah. Arena and Interserver revamp. Monster Arena background art renewal. 11th anniversary event discussing in the previous developer preview. And then some rank changes for Arena. Cool. Bell rune separation update plan. We talked about this in the meeting. Yeah, it's a good thing. We want separation in Siege, so you could focus on Arena and Siege and RTA, right? Just how they separated RTA from everything else, I think Siege should also be separated, and they're working to resolve the issues. End of May. Okay. This concludes today's developer note. Blah, 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 blah. Good. I mean, good. Good changes. They could be better, obviously. But they are good changes. You know, it's positive changes, and I think that was the main point of the meetings, to make sure some positive changes happen, you know. So I'm glad that they listened to an extent, and I'm glad they're working on improving shit, you know. And that's it. Let me know what you guys think. That's it. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.